Hello everybody, welcome to your Daily Pop. I was all excited to do more readings down the beach, but the wind picked up and I feel like audio is really important. So I'm going to go try a little later today to get some more for you guys because I just loved it. But let's take a look at these beautiful animal cards. I'm really attracted to these days. Elephant, one of my favorite animals. This tells us to open ourselves up to abundance. Now, every single day, I'm sure, just like myself, you guys go through a myriad of thoughts when it comes to abundance, money, security, all of those things. Like, I know when there's a certain number in my PayPal or in my bank or whatever, I feel, okay, that's secure. I can be generous, with others, myself, so on and so forth. And when it goes below a certain number, I'm like, well, what about I have to send this and that, and then I start to get a lack mentality for a second until I recognize, hey, you're always here. Whenever you spend anything, it's going to deplete, but then it refills itself. Work always comes. There's always commissions. All of these things take place as they have for years and years. So believe in abundance. And what does it look like to you? For me, a big part of it is peace of mind and time. I love to feel like I have abundant time, like I have, enough time to create anything that I want. In terms of jewelry, my day, walking, exercising, being out in nature, talking to people, editing videos if I need to, all of these things. But this definitely speaks to me of the purity of the truth of abundance. When we believe it's there, it shows up. It can be the slightest thing, the best parking spot, no line at the coffee shop, whatever it is, because since time is abundance, we want things to happen, right? These mysterious, silent little helpers that come in and bring us the resource that we need, that is going to be helping. Envision it while you are on your way to whatever, an interview, going into the bank, going into the grocery store, ease and drifting and floating and being in flow state and everything coming to you easily. Picture a number you would like to receive weekly, monthly, yearly. Write it down on paper. Say aloud, I will be making $10,000 a month. Here's my intentionality with these funds. I would love to, help so-and-so through college. I would love to be able to build an extension on my home. Utilize that money mentally, what it would be meant for, and you start to magnetize that towards you. That is another big thing too. And it also helps us when we see ourselves in abundance to take action on things with courage. I've noticed lately my mindset has been a lot better. Because I have been going for my walks on the beach that is now leading to other outlets where I want more physical exercise. So Ian just still let me know that I still have my black membership at the gym. So I'm going to be starting that up tomorrow as well. All of these things, because I see my life as abundant and I see myself in good physical form to be able to utilize all this time that I have and all this energy that I will have. Joy, stimulation with this energy, success, clarity on what you want, the ability to manifest it, and all of the creativity you could hope for. Because I know for a lot of artists and creatives too, sometimes we're like, what if the well runs dry? And an abundance of creativity helps us thrive and feel good. That will be taking place for you. Now, I love this. Pig, maintain self-worth and self-esteem. We absolutely, I remember seeing this on a show yesterday, and I say this all the time. One of this particular friendship group, her friend was trampling all over her and she felt so bad and she was crying and tearful, and she goes, I forgot. We teach our friends how to treat us. We teach other people how to treat us, and I'm not teaching them well enough. And that's exactly what it is. When you say no to a behavior, you are stepping into your self-worth and your self-esteem by saying, I will not put up with this. I will not put with you roasting, embarrass me, or acting mean to me in public. Whatever it is that people do, like, we really need to value ourselves to a degree where we say no to people, places, and things that don't lift us. Now, maintaining our self-worth can be a whole myriad of things. What we put in our body, how we treat ourselves, the fact that we decide to exercise and treat our heart and our organs with care by restoring vitality through vitamins and eating well, all of those things. Also, 100% what we allow in our life. You know what I mean? Do we allow people to come in and just try to steamroll all over our resources and expect we're going to drive them everywhere, give them money, give them our things, give them our attention. A good example of this is the friend that never listens but always talks, interrupts you, only wants to talk about themselves, power dumps all these problems on you. Really recognize that and see if there's reciprocity in something in this relationship, or are you just a giant ear for them? Some people don't, it takes time to recognize these things, but really have an ear out for them. A lot of people are cleaning house in regards to that too. Also, when you go out and you see a beautiful coat, are you like, you would buy that for somebody else but not for yourself? You need to flip the switch on that, where you would spend on a beautiful resource for yourself because you earned this. You deserve this. I want you to say, whenever you're buying yourself something today, whether it's that $10 fabulous cup of coffee that has everything in it, I deserve this. Treat yourself. I'm serious. I have found through my trials and tribulations, people that garner the most respect themselves and treat themselves in a whole kind of beautiful flow state of things. They're respectful of their time. So when somebody's going on and on, they let them know, hey, listen, I need to go do A, B, and C. They don't let somebody just tramp all over them, dump. They don't stand there and listen to a bunch of garbage. They don't involve themselves in trivial gossip. Well, what did they say about me? One of the other biggest things when we maintain self-worth and self-esteem is in the dating world, in the world of romantic partnerships. We sure as hell aren't the one that is messaging 24/7 with nobody else investing any time in it, letting them come over at 10 o'clock at night on a Wednesday and that's it. We never go out together. We never meet their parents after months and months. We never meet their friends after months and months. We know something is amiss there, but let's really, really step up in our game of self-worth. When we believe we deserve the best, it really comes for us. When we know that we deserve respect and healthy boundaries, it comes and we put them into place. And you're going to do that for yourself. Sometimes we just let things slide because we're like, we don't want to call everybody out on this. But now it's like, I built these boundaries and they're there for a reason. And you're going to feel good about it. And you're going to recognize, listen, I work in accordance with certain ethics. And that's, I don't criticize, belittle, or judge people because it gets us nowhere. So if somebody does that to me and they think they know me better than me, then there's a difficulty and a conversation needs to be had. You know what I mean? It's not fun when somebody always feels the need to tell you about you, especially in a negative framework, right? That's feeding their ego. It's elevating their kind of inner narcissist. So we're calling a halt to all of that, especially over Christmas. It can be about body talk, right? Like putting on or gaining, losing weight, whatever it is. There are certain parameters people just don't need to come in and interfere with, right? Especially in a public setting. So we're remembering that. Now, I love Gray Squirrel, finding new ways of solving problems. I find once I get outside and I get that brisk, fresh, clean air, I can think and solve problems much more cleaner. Everything shrinks. Any problem or difficulty gets much smaller. If I'm immersed in a room and I'm just working and I'm in this heated thing and I don't move for hours and I'm all in my head, just thinking, I behave differently than when I'm out and I'm having a variation on my day where I exercise, I do fun things, I connect with people, I laugh, I'm in nature watching seagulls, squirrels, birds, everything berserk. But also it is our perspective. So we want to magnify the good and the possibilities, and we want to minimize the little roadblocks and the problems, whatever it is. Like I was able to do this for Ian the other day when he thought, our yard work, he thought it was going to be extreme in cost and all of this, and I let him know, listen, practically thinking this is A, B, and C, and this is best case scenario, and I believe this to be true, and it actually ended up that way. It saved him worry, concern, and sometimes we just need to voice out for others and ourselves. Perspective, minimize those problems. If you haven't, finished all your shopping, even ask yourself, does this even have to get to this particular person before Christmas? Really, what is the rush? It could be, if it's in the mail and it's stuck and it's going to Europe, it is not the end of the world. People know reality. Plus, we don't like to, as just a race, to let other people down, but it's not our job to lift everybody we know, keep them happy, satisfied, and in riches and abundance and the best presents ever. I mean, it's just not the reality. So in real life perspective, you're doing the best you have with what you have, where you are. Give yourself credit, celebrate yourself, go back to the elephant, Open yourself up to true abundance. Declare a you day where you treat yourself to whatever you want, the whims, the joy. This weekend, I want to go for a walk. I want to go have a fabulous ice cream somewhere. I want to window shop, whatever it is. Declare a you day so all of this can come together. You can maintain your self-worth and self-esteem and not be pressurized by things. You find new ways to solve problems by minimizing them, and also release them for a time. When we release and we put things on the back burner, they kind of simmer, and then as they percolate, the answers come to us. Not when we pressurize and stare it down. That watch kettle is not going to boil. Remembering that. And again, open yourself. Say, universe, I'm ready for abundance. I'm ready for wealth and generosity, so I too can be generous and allocate these funds to A, B, and C. So you guys, that is your daily pop. I'm going to go upload. Love and light.